Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, into map number 1 of our second best of 3 of the day. On the left-hand side, we have La Fine Equipment. I think it's Fine Equipment is the pronunciation. La Fine Equipe is going to be on the left-hand side. They will be having a Lesgars, Anduin, Caribou Johanna, Mezos will be your Tassadar, Trad will be your Vala, and Brisk on the Blaze. Right-hand side will be gillyShark of Big Knight. We'll have Chesslooter Leoric, Miller Coffee on Kael'thas, Iron Cassia, Kaimo Trispin will be your Deckard, and Diablo played by Stark. I think I nailed every pronunciation of that. Every pronunciation was perfectly done. We do have a Twitch gamble going on. Will Vala finish all of Creed of the Hunter? It's Division A. There's some really good back and forth on Tomb of the Spider Queen. I think there's a lot of poke potential for Vala to build up that stackage. So will she finish it by the end of the game? Get him on in. There is a Cassie on the opposing side who does have blind. Leap of Faith pulls Caribou to safety. I thought that Johanna was about to go down, but no first kill for either side, as Vala has already 23 stacks. Diablo lands a nice max range shadow charge. What? I thought that Gravity Labs from Miller would connect, but that's a beautiful force wall from Mez. Vala with a multi-shot, still trying to chase in here. Fire Stomp. Objection! I have no idea about the bet. Can we do an easier one? Hey, someone got to use the objection emote finally. Like, in context to something. Trad's still just chasing in here. Stark looks for the shadow charge. Lands it. No collision against the wall. It is going to be Devil's Due level 1 for the Diablo. We'll see what it looks like build-wise if we continue to the Fire Stomp or into some shadow charging. I was confused as to when we drafted Vala for Miller until I saw that he didn't. Yeah, unless maybe you were listening and you heard me say something about Miller with his Kael'thas. I might have misspoke earlier. I have been fumbling words today and I don't know why, but we're trying our best and that's all I can do. Vala's already done with one of her stackages. She's at 50 of the 300. Living bomb thrown onto a few enemies. Also, good morning, Chess. How you doing, bud? I had a question for you, and I completely am blanking on what it is. Oh well, it'll pop in my head eventually. So, let's see. Level 4s are here on both sides. Tassadar is building up his level 1s as well. 85 stacks currently. 9 regeneration glows for the Kael'thas. As the Jet Propulsion, I don't think that was meant to hit anyone. I think it was mostly a disengage for Brisk right there. Chess in this bottom lane will continue to pressure into this Blaze. It is going to be the Ghastly Reach at level 4, which just increases the Skeletal Swing range by 25%. We also have Fealty into Death, so when a nearby friendly or enemy minion dies, Leoric restores 1.25% of his maximum health and 6 mana. So just sustainability for our Leoric. As the Vala, I apologize, Cassia with the charge strikes is going to be able to jump in, and Vala does go down. Take a look here really quickly. What did the burst look like? It was Diablo with an initiation overpower, living bomb, fire stomp, Herodric cube, and just some great old auto attacks coming through. Nicely done from the side of gillyShark of Bingo Knight. They pick up first blood in our second best of 3 of the day here in Division A of the Nexus Gaming Series. Tuesday was a long time ago. Vala died to death, indeed. I hope, Jess, you've been getting some better sleep than what I heard from you on Saturday. It's a bit rough. It was a bit rough for you, I think, on Saturday. 80 souls on her Diablo currently. The Vala stackage just kind of slowed down here. I think she was a little aggressive early on and now playing a bit safer after losing one of her percents from the Gambit. A Shadow Charge from Stark goes in onto Mez. A Gravity Lapse from Miller onto this Tassadar, and that'll be Diablo full on souls. He is Fire Stomp build. At least at 4 and 7, we'll see if we see the change into Shadow Charge at 13-16. Or we just continue to see Fire Stomp coming out from Diablo. Honestly, those are like the two directions I see the most often. A mixture from early to late, or just all the way through on Fire Stomp. Cassia is grabbing a camp in the bottom lane. We do have Leoric just chilling above, and the red Web Weavers will descend to the side of gillyShark at Bingo Night. Kaimo is giving a potion to Tassadar, turning in. Kaimo was trying to get, you know, didn't you see the most recent patch? Potions from Tassadar, or from Decker Kane are going to deal 1 damage. I'm completely kidding, by the way. That is not in our upcoming patch. That'd be funny though if potions had like a little bonk damage. Anyways, we have Blaze and Jet bottom lane trying to get away. I heard the Jet Propulsion. It might have just like smashed into the face of Diablo, but it doesn't matter. Bottom lane fort should go down here. Johanna will rotate in. Cassia fending the wave. The Living Bomb applied to the fort. The Web Weaver still healthy. The Sea Giants are here. Stark on the Diablo is looking to back away and does get a couple potions from Kaimo trips in. Meanwhile, in mid lane, Leoric is going to clear things out, and Tassadar manages that entire Web Weaver there. Oh, Tassadar's finding the rotation. I thought maybe he was grabbable there, but he was too close to the fort front gate. 10 talents here, though, with the 3 kills will be faster to the side of gillyShark at Bingo Night. And they will start moving for what? We've got a minute on the camp on the right, minute on the camp on the left, minute 53 on the camp for the bottom lane. Boss is the only thing up and available. Both teams are close to a turn-in. Actually, oh, good attempt. gillyShark at Bingo Night with a couple gems away from a turn-in and an available turn-in to the side of Lafine Equipment. Equipe. Someone will teach me how to pronounce that one day. Or we just listen to me struggle. 50-50. 60 stacks for the Vala. As I mentioned, that stackage kind of slowing down here after that first kill onto her. Also, without level 10, definitely playing a lot safer. Don't want to lose any more stackage. And this will be another Web Weaver face to the side of gillyShark at Bingo Night. How much value can they find from back-to-back Web Weavers? Well, bottom lane Ford already went down from the first. We'll see if there's going to be a focus on the top lane or mid. No camps available. As I mentioned, they were still on cooldown. 10 Talontiers are just about here, but that's going to be a nice Valkyrie Phoenix. The Stay While and Listen is actually canceled out, I think. It's on a 10-second cooldown. Diablo's the one to fall in this engagement, and Johanna looks to step in. Man, so many things thrown into that engagement. There's Light Bomb, Blessed Shield, Rain of Vengeance. We also have the Archon from Tassadar, still off a cooldown. Bunker for Blaze was not utilized. We also, on the opposing side, have Lightning Breath, Stay While and Listen, Valkyrie, Phoenix, and the Entomb. Phoenix, Valkyrie, and Entomb were used, so we still have Stay a While, which actually, Stay a While was attempted, but was put on 10 seconds. There's going to be an attempt to maybe set up a Stay a While again, but it's on another 10-second cooldown. Condemned from Jahan, I do believe, interrupting that, as the Blessed Shield's still on 17 seconds. Mez trying to back away a good slow from this Leoric as the Archon is activated. Mez gets a little bit of sustain from that, but it's not enough, and this is going to be 10 gems dropped, and I think they shall dissipate, and I don't think anyone can get those in time. But a good attempt coming out from our left side squad. Unfortunately, Leoric is going to land an Entomb right there. Tower shots are going to zone, but the Valkyrie pulls the Vala in the Stay While and Listen comes through this time. Johanna with the Condemn and the Iron Skin activated. 43 gems for her, but getting another Vala kill, that is huge. A Shadow Charge into the wall against Blaze, but it looks like Stark was tanking maybe a tower shot. Needs to back away. And Leoric is going to continue doing solo and things, but he'll jump to top lane to push things up. Nicely done from our right side squad. The blue crew. Oh, what can they do here? They're down on kills. If they were to rotate, maybe get a kill onto Chess, who's the only one who's been kind of split from the team, or at least the furthest away from the team. That's an opportunity. I say that, and of course, Kael'thas, Jaina, or Cassia, they're all split right now. But I think maybe if they could rotate onto Chess and find a kill onto Leoric, that might be a good way to bolster that experience and start to pull back in this map number 1 of our second best of 3 of the day. Meanwhile, though, it's going to be grabbing camps. Web Weaver turn-in still available on the left-hand side. 67 in the pockets. 29 of the 50 already turned in. What's up, Window? How you doing, bud? Valkyrie goes fishing. No enemy at the end of that spear. There's going to be Ancient Blessings activated by the Combo Tripson as we have Stark going in with the Shadow Charge. Bit of damage coming out from Kael'thas. A huge Stay a While and Listen. The Entomb from Leoric, but there's going to also be a Light Bomb from the Anduin. Onto that Johanna, tries to step in and get some sort of CC. It's Blaze the one to go down, condemned from Johanna. She gets smashed into the wall, 58 gems, 58 gems. They're dropped on the ground. Mez pops the Archon as he picks up quite a few. 41 held by this Tassadar as he looks to back away. The force wall creates a bit of space, and it looks like Tassadar will not be taken down. But still, a handful of gems will be lost. Diablo full on souls. He is going to go full Fire Stomp build at this point. And I wonder, will there be a call for boss? No, it looks like they're going to continue pressuring into mid lane fort. Campus still is thin. Minion wave is still available, and this will be Ancient Blessings at the end of that. Okay. 13 talents here will be picked up on the left-hand side. Vala's died twice, right? Yes, she has died twice. Down to 15%. Nice. Nice Blessed Shield combination onto Iron right now. Cassia will not go down, at least for the time being. It's actually Vala picked off at the end of all of this. Chestlitter looking to step up, looking for a huge skeletal swing. Doesn't find anyone with that. Wraith walk in, does have the ominous Wraith. There's a leap of fate to save. Entomb for Leoric is available and does find this Blaze, who does summon Bunker. Flame Strike underneath all of that. Meanwhile, Jahan in the backline almost gets a kill on the Chestlitter. Big jet propulsion into this Leoric as the gems will be picked up. The Ancient Blessings come through from Chymotrypsin. And it seems like Tassadar is going to be engaged on by this Diablo. I thought the Chastise was enough to disengage, but it looks like that'll be the end of the engagement there. Still 9-2 in kills, 7 kill difference. We have a level and a quarter lead still to gillyShark at Bingo Night. They have 53 of the 60 gems needed for the turn-in. They've lost Leoric here twice. It's only been Leoric deaths. No, Diablo once, right? He did have souls for that. He's actually back to full souls. 31 regeneration globes for our Kael'thas. 100 stacks for the Vala. So believers, she's only got to auto attack another 200 times. It's no big deal. Onto an enemy hero specifically, while not blinded. Very easy. Very, very easy. And here comes 16 on the right-hand side, but there's a bit of a buffer. Equipe will be able to get their blue Webweaver turn in, and they can at least alleviate some of the pressure in these lanes. Actually going to look for a fight, down 16 talent. That's a huge light bomb, Ancient Blessings. There's a Valkyrie to find the Vala immediately. This Cassie has got a literal seeking Valkyrie to take down that Vala so many times. Bit of a split fight as Stark and Brisk are kind of brawling out on the low side of our screen. And there was a Tassadar pushing up with the Webweaver and some friends, but it looks like that is going to expire through mid. Bottom lane, Chestlitter's already cleared out the Webweaver. He's actually going to go grab the wave. Top lane is getting pushed into the fort, but I don't think they stick around, especially with Vala taken down. But man, oh man, these Cassia Valkyries are just insane this game. Top lane fort actually will be taken down, so that's at least a nice passive experience gain. You get the periodic catapult pressures through top, so just, you know, something going the way of our blue squad. What's up, Lazy Hydra? You are 12 minutes late for this game, but that's okay. You're still just in time. It's like the Blue Man Group, your late skit. They interrupt the entire show just to flame 2 people. Which I think is staged, but still, I don't care. It's hilarious. Fire Stomp. Shadow Charge in. Looking for the Vala. The Leap of Fate to pull her to safety as the Lightning Breath will 360 activate. Huge Entomb. Blaze, does he have a bunker? He does. He's not going to call it down. The Light Bomb from Manduin coming through. Chestlitter getting caught out. And that will be the Orc going down. Rain of Vengeance dropped by the Vala. Brisk on the right side of our screen is getting low, and I do believe Blaze will go down, dropping quite a few gems that will not be grabbed by any allies. The Red Webweavers have descended into the lanes. Top lane really far back, mid and bottom. Dang near onto the keep front gates right now. Actually, mid lane is on the keep front gate. Bottom lane a little further back because the way the map is sort of curved. But regardless, gillyShark at Bingo Night trading here, solo lane for solo lane, but getting Webweaver pressure in these lanes as well. Blue Man Group stuck a camera down Mr. Gatto's throat one time. I remember that skit. What's up, Gatto? How you doing, bud? I literally told my dad like a couple months ago, I was like, oh man, I want to go to Vegas and see Blue Man Group. He's like, I'm sure the show isn't any different. I was like, and? I rewatched Evil Dead every year. It's not any different, but I love it. Entomb from Leoric, the Diablo comes in with the Shadow Charge. That will be some shield glares from the Johanna as well. Blaze Jet Propulsion gets a nice stun onto Diablo as he tries to back away. This Cassia should be taken down. and they finally get a bit of revenge for so much damage that Cassie has done. A Shadow Charge from Diablo. Weird interaction, actually hits the Chastise and stops him before the collision onto Blaze. A Stay While and Listen to try and create some space as Chest Looter does go down. Light Bomb not onto any enemies. Diablo's souls will be consumed. And now Chymotrypsin tries to back away. He doesn't have the Bonk Staff. Doesn't have any stuns here. I guess he's got the Root. He's got the Haradra Cube with a Sapphire level 1 if he wants to try and use that. But I think Chymotrypsin is going to be heading off to the retirement home, as his science experiment was a little too expensive. We have the top lane keep going down during all of this, though. So gillyShark and Bingo Knight still come out on top. Even though they lose 3, they get tons of structural value on this map. And they will get the mid lane, or the right side camp. Chest Looter in Ghost form will scout out the enemies on this boss, and it's probably, excuse me, it's safe to assume boss plus Webweaver will be on the way to gillyShark and Bingo Knight's core. Or at least top lane. Retire Motripsin. That's alright. I like that. I like that. Bit of a mouthful, but it was pretty good.
The blue team has done as I asked. The sky shall aid.
Baha, I'm mad. Hi, mad. I'm Bahamut. Oh, Stark, you beat me to it. God dang it. I saw hostile and then I jumped back into the game. Did your BIOS break? All right, let's get into this. Hold on one second. We do have the boss here pushing in. That's going to be an Entomb from Leoric. Leap of Faith. Here comes the flank from Stark. The Light Bomb onto the right-hand side. We'll find quite a few. This is going to be the Webweaver still just about to descend. Lightning Breath from Diablo coming through. The Valkyrie doesn't pull anyone out of position right there. That's going to be a Stay While and Listen, just catching the Johanna. Blaze walks into it, takes a little nap, gets woken up immediately from the skeleton swing of Leoric, and that is going to be gillyShark and Bingo Knight losing their Leoric. Of course, of all the characters to lose, Leoric is probably the best. He can cheat death, he can respawn, he can get vision for your team, and he can respawn in said battleground. He doesn't have to go all the way to the Hall of Storms, so still unfortunate to lose one, and you're going to lose a few structures around the map. The bottom lane Webweaver are very low, and that fort front gate is still very healthy. Flame Strikes from Kael'thas. There's going to be the Ancient Blessings activation as well. Gravity Lapse coming through. More Flame Strikes to poke at the enemy. Does have the level 16 Ignite. 20 talents here on the right-hand side for gillyShark and Bingo Knight is Stark on the Diablo. No full souls, but is looking for the flank onto the enemies. Doesn't seem like it's going to be given. Actually, the Hellgate in. They're looking at Johanna. Iron Skin activated. The Hellgate, I don't think it got the stun that Stark was hoping for. And Chest Looter will respawn with the rest of his allies here on the right side of our screen. 20 talents are going to be the Buried Alive, the Flamethrower. We'll have the Rock Stopper. I always mix this one up. Titan's Revenge, right. Rock Stopper is the blue one. Stay a while and listen upgrade with the Respect the Elderly and Hellgate, as we just saw from the Diablos. We do have Chest Looter Wraith walking in. Caribou is going to be hit with a Shadow Charge. Entomb on the right-hand side, that is definitely a dead task that our camp will be stolen away for gillyShark and Bingo Knight. What do they want to do here? Boss up in 2 minutes, 47 seconds. Ancient Blessings activated. And you might be like, why is he spamming that? Well, it's a relatively low cooldown at 45 seconds. And when you activate Ancient Blessings, you're also healing. You're also getting ticks of heal on that as well. So it's very nice to use. It's not just a damage buff. Fire Stomp's coming out. My 3D printer has a bad screw thread. Then can't you just get a new screw? I don't know what I was hoping for with that Hellgate. I mean, I saw what you were going for. You were trying to lock down Johanna long enough for your allies to step up and then follow up to get a kill. That's at least what I was thinking was going to happen, or at least what you were aiming for. Another Ancient Blessings activation. There's going to be Vala inside the Entomb with the Buried Alive. Good. Heals coming out from Anduin with the Desperate Prayer and all of that good stuff. The Jet Propulsion from Blaze connects into Chest Looter, but it doesn't go down. The Living Bomb applied to this Vala. She spreads it over to Brisk. I don't think that'll take down the Blaze. But still, a sketchy moment right there. Boss up in 1 minute 41. We currently have Siege Giants in the bottom lane up and available. Bruiser Camp on the right is going to be up in 25 seconds, but this will be the call for gillyShark and Bingo Knight. Both teams, 21 to 22 gems in their pockets, 60 on the left for LFE, and for Bingo, it's going to be 65 needed for the turn-in. So a quarter of the way for both these sides. A third of the way, excuse me. Math is hard. Quarter of the way. No, I had it right the first time. God dang it. It's the whole thread that's dumb. Can't you just buy like a threaded bit at like Home Depot for pretty cheap? Like a rethreader? for a drill? Or Amazon? Like, aren't those, like, really, really cheap just to rethread something? A tap, yes, a tap, sorry. I used to, literally, I used to do that for a living, and I used to write that on construction drawings. I could not remember a tap. Yeah, can't you just tap a new hole? Taps can be $5 or $50, so hope it's $5 then. Actually, no, just find the $5 one. It's probably shit, but... Stick some drywall putty in there. There you go, chest looter with great ideas. Force Wall from Tassadar, finds Stark. Hellgate's away. We didn't talk about the level 20s on the left-hand side. Farflight Quiver, a Fortified Bunker, Censure, Radiating Faith, Force Barrier for the Tassadar for that extra range. Shadow Charge in from Diablo. There's a Force Barrier. Diablo full on souls activates the Lightning Breath. There's going to be an Ancient Blessings. Meanwhile, there are catapults on the core in the top lane, but we'll talk about that later because that's a Shock Ray onto the chest, who does find a beautiful Entomb and mops up the kill onto Vala. I guess it's more of a Space Mace to the face, as Brisk is almost going to get taken down. The slows from that Oil Slick is enough to create space for Blaze to run away. And as I mentioned, Catapult on core and top lane is getting value. Diablo comes through. The Leap of Faith is going to deny Diablo CC. What's the call from gillyShark and Bing and I? Are they going to move past the mid lane keep and go straight to core? 69% remains on this core. A very important 69 on this core. As that shielding will start coming back. The Flame Strike with the Ignite from Kael'thas. Does have that Flamethrower level 20, so he's got that extra range and really good burst damage right there. Holy crap, chunking onto the Tassadar with that one. Honestly, Tassadar would have died if they had Convection at level 1. Totally, absolutely. Living Bomb applied, Bunker coming down from Blaze. Bit of space created, but that is Miller able to mount up and back up. Sorry, just a little check right there. Entomb finds the Anduin. Chestliter stepping in for that big Flame Strike, big Phoenix. Humongous root from Kaimo. And that is going to be a few more dying as Vala and Johanna are respawning. The core shielding is now being threatened again. We keep in bottom lane. Hold on, that's a huge condemn from Caribou. Nicely done. The Blessed Shield as well. Deckard and Kael'thas do go down. Stark uses the Hellgate to get to safety. It is a 2-minute cooldown, but hey. Or actually, it's a 100-second cooldown, sorry. But in the end, 69% remains on the core. 3 keeps are taken down. And it's still looking okay for gillyShark and Bingonite. They do lose a couple at the end of that. Gonna turn in a handful of gems that'll get them to about almost 40 of the 65. 39 of 65. It's been filled essentially with epoxy. Oh. Oh yeah, you have to drill out the epoxy and then retap the hole or something. Or just throw the entire thing in a dumpster and then that's just it. Heat the epoxy to liquid and suck it out, like with his mouth. Ew, disgusting. Chat, never eat epoxy. It's gross. 189 stacks for our Vala currently. She has died 5 times, so she's got 0 gambit value. Blaze clears top. Full shielding. It's 11 to 16 in kills, 22 to 23. And we're about 22.5 minutes into map number 1 of our second best of 3. Leoric gets the Wraith Walk out. Takes a tiny bit of damage. That'll heal up over time. Some potions down on the ground from Kaimo. Boss rotated on over here. Is this a fake? Is this a fake rotation? Okay, we know it's a fake rotation. Yeah. Just chest check with a Wraithwalk. Nicely done. Sees the fake. Wraithwalk backs to his allies. He gets chunked down to a 3rd. Huge buried alive drop down. That will be Leap of Faith to save the Vala. The Valkyrie does pull Johanna out of position, and Leoric gets the kill onto her. Meanwhile, Leoric Wraithwalking in further. Blaze will go down to Cassia. Leoric is trying to Wraithwalk away. That's a great Flame Strike from Kael'thas. Anduin tries to self-cast the Light Bomb and step back into the enemies, but it's not going to work out. Vala continues to get auto after auto out. She does have... Uh-oh. Cassitter's going to go down right there. I was going to say, she does have Hot Pursuit, doesn't she? Yeah, level 7. So she was autoing into the wave. Leoric is still just chasing after her, just maybe trying to get some cheating of death. Oh, by the way, bottom lane catapults are here. Vala will save the core. But I think this is going to be GG through boss and top. Yo, AJ, thank you so very much for the redemption. Appreciate that, bud. I hate it when my resin is comprised of service level agreements. Me too. Stream deck? Thank you. Boss didn't even make it to core. The gillyShark at Bingo Night will be able to just run right at it, and that is GG's. They get the Finland just at the tail end of those death timers. Yeah, I wasn't going to say anything. But, I mean, you know, sometimes you want to prove a point. And I guess your point was, hey, we got boss. I was gonna make a comment like, wow, oh wow, that boss got tons of value on core. So, how many Vala stacks at level 1? She had 210. 210. This is incomplete quest. Doubters get paid.
Heroes. Prepare for combat.
Oh, the new animated one? Nice, nice. Did you see it in theaters or was it on streaming? On the left-hand side, we've got La Fine Equipe down in this best of 3 series here in Division A with a brisk Sonya. Lesgars will be your Anduin, Caribou and Nubarak, Mezos will be your Kael'thas, and Trad on the Hanzo. Right side of the map, gillyShark at Bingo Night looking for a quick 2-0 in this best of 3 series here. In Division A, we've got a Stark Johanna, Miller Zagara, Iron Jaina, Kaimo on the Deckard, and Chess is your Dahaka. We've got a Twitch prediction for Generation Master. Will Nubarak finish this quest or not? It's not easy. It's not difficult. It's kind of middle of the road. It's just you got to get 30 regeneration globes on in a Nubarak. Just that simple. Even-handed Blessing, Kael'thas with Arcane Mana Addict level 1. Currently have Hanzo with Simple Geometry, Dahaka Enhanced Agility, Sapphire for the Deckard, increasing that slow by 30%, and I believe that maxes it out at 65% because the baseline is 35. We have Jaina with the Fingers of Frost. That is a capped regeneration globe quest. She only needs 20, and that's just going to bolster her her regeneration, but also the reward after getting 20 globes. The damage bonus from Frostbite is increased by 10%. Jessliter getting chunked in top lane. It looks like Sonya with the slam build is putting the pressure onto the Dino Boy, but we'll see how Chess handles. Going to just tap well. Looking back in the rotation, Nubarak burrows in onto Kaimo trips, and the old man maybe taking the retirement home as he does get hit with a Gravity Lapse, the Living Bomb as well. And the healing potion comes out in time, and Kaimo taps well and will be okay for the time being. Stark and Iron on the top right of our screen are going to start working on that Siege Giant camp. No camp grab just yet. It looks like Trad starts that out on the left as well, so it's going to be camps traded for bottom lane, a little bit faster on the right for gillyShark and Bingo Night, as it looks like Brisk is taking a bit of damage from Chess Looter, does activate some of that essence, and as I mentioned earlier, enhanced agility to Dahaka, so no tissue regeneration to be a thicker boy. He's going to be a NASCAR Dahaka. Yeehaw! Gonna go left, and then guess what? They're gonna go more left. Stark is all in chat. You saw the animated one on a totally legal streaming service. Oh, that's my favorite streaming service. Totally legal streaming service. Yeah, the TLSS. The TLS. It's my favorite streaming service. Yep. Now, speaking of, I was looking, and I think I'm going to start canceling a few of those services myself, just because, like, I don't use them consistently enough. Dahaka will get the drag onto Brisk, but, whoa, actually, Kaimo gets the root, but doesn't look like Jaina... oh my god, I can't talk. Jaina, Deckard, or Dahaka will be able to get the kill onto the Sonya. She backs off to the front gate for safety. Zagara continues to spread creep in bottom. She is going to go Medusa Blades level 7, so it's going to be 3 autos that do fire out, but it's going to be 1/3 of the damage, 1/3 of her total damage per shot. So just good wave clear for the Zagara. We often see the Envenom Spine activation for the level 4. Rarely do we see the stackage level 7, the Serrated Spines. Most of the time we see that in ARAMs, but I kind of feel like even in ARAMs, it's still a bait of a talent. Like, you have to take an auto talent at 4 with Zagara. It's one of those 3, as I mentioned. And I honestly feel like even in ARAMs, like Serrated Spines, that just doesn't get that much value. Feel like you just want the Envenom Spine either way. But we'll see how Medusa Blades does. It seems to be clearing out bottom lane easily. Anubarak burrows in, lands the Impale to follow up onto Jaina. The Gravity Lapse from Kael'thas is good. Jaina throws down a Blizzard saying, hey, maybe I can just at least trade. Johanna Stark steps in, unable to find that counter kill. Dahaka brush talking in, but I think he does not want to go for this. Lands the drag immediately onto the Hanzo, and there's actually an accidental leap of faith onto the Anubarak, but still is Hanzo living here. No kill for the side of gillyShark of Bingo Knight as it's 1-0 favoring the side of our Lafine Equipe. Gonna keep Amazon. Oh yeah, Amazon I keep, because Amazon I get value from. Like, I totally, like, I order enough stuff for my family that it's absolutely worthwhile. Because at one point my parents were like, we should start our own account. I was like, no. Just literally send me like text messages and emails with what you want. And then we can essentially get the value of Prime through all of the shipping. So yeah. But like Disney Plus, like I don't really use it that much. So I'll probably like cancel and just pay it, you know, for the 1 or 2 months of the year I use it. I just don't use it enough to get the value. Shield glare out from, I mean, you know, save me some money. A little chastise. A little scatter. By the way, speaking of scatter, Hanzo on 6 stacks. We have 19 regeneration globes for Kael'thas, so we'll have the activation for his arcane barrier off of the next regeneration globe. 18 of the 30 for Anubarak. As there is a little bit of double soak rotation coming out from the left side team. We only have our right side crew stepping in. This is gillyShark of Bingo Knight trying to find something as Lafine Equipe do back away to safety of the fort front gate in bottom lane, which has taken relatively no damage. Maybe the Siege Giants can be pushed in here. 10 talents here, of course, coming up soon. We got a level and some change to go for that one. For a while, Prime was 60 pounds a year. Yeah, Prime used to be way cheaper. I think it's like 140 a year right now. I want to say it's somewhere around there. Maybe it's a little bit less, but I think it's around 140-ish US dollar. I'm sure there's probably like Prime student stuff nowadays that's still relatively cheap, but I am not a student. Or I could lie and say I'm a student of life. There you go. Top lane wave is being smashed in by the Sonya right now. Dahaka, chest looter, trying to get this clear up against Brisk, and Sonya's still putting the pressure onto this dino, but looks like Chest went for the drag, but the fort front gate was still up, and I think there was like a weird interaction. Speaking of interactions, mid lane, Jaina will land the Frostbolt onto 1, but it doesn't look like there's going to be much more of an engagement off of that. Zagara gets the notification from the allies. Hey, they're rotating down to you. Nice call. Nice communication coming out from the players on the right side. As Lafine Equipe will start grabbing the Moonshrine, or the Sunshrine. Isolation from Dahaka, the tower shot. Oh!
Hero slain.
I think Johanna would have had the kill either, or no, sorry, never mind. Well, actually, yeah. I mean, like, Johanna would have the kill either way. Like, if Dahaka died before Sonya and there wasn't tower shot, at least Stark would have came up and got the kill. But Sonya, I believe Sonya slammed on a minion and the splash damage went into Dahaka. That was just absolutely such a good trade in that moment. What was the overkill on Dahaka? I'm very curious. The overkill was 168, so it was quite a bit, actually. Oh, burst damage! And Hanzo goes down to the Johanna right there. Chestlitter did brush talk in. Looks like he'll just meander his way back into mid. Iron will swap out and rotate down into bottom lane to help clear out the Dragonite. We still have a bit, actually a ways to go on the Jaina baseline questing. She's still another 8k for her advanced ice block baseline. Full opinionated Husky, yes, yes. I had that moment where I doubted who was rotating in at the last second. I was like, wait, which team are they on?
That beast is not my beloved.
Oh man, that was funny. That was way too funny, just that trade. So, regardless, we have 13 talents here on both sides coming through in about half a level. Dragonite, I believe #1 is going to expire. Map is opened up a little bit for the side of Lafine Equipe. The Dragon's Arrow onto 2. The Light Bomb for Anubarak as well. Burrows in. The Stay While and Listen interrupted the Cocoon onto Decker Kane as well. The Ring of Frost from Jaina comes out, and that's going to be a Chimal Cleanse onto that Hanzo. I guess a little confusing there, but the Leap of Faith will still be Hanzo going down at the end. The Stay a While Listen coming out this time after the Devouring Maw. Kael'thas answers with a Gravity Labs combo, but here comes Jaina cooling down Kael'thas, and he will be picked off. It's going to be a 3 for none as gillyShark and Bingo Knight come out on top of that engagement. Iron Skin activated. Bottom lane Fort Front Gate is going to be taken down. Stark still stepping up. The minion wave is decently healthy here. The Haka's going to actually do some double soak. He's got a wave pushed into the top lane fort. Going to catch the wave in mid. And it is about a level lead after that triple kill happening around the Siege Giant camp. But 13s are here on both sides. We got super potions for Deckard Cain. Dahaka looks for the drag. He's going to get hit with the Gravity Labs. Burrows. There's a potion around. Here comes a Nubarak with a burrow charge. Light Bomb, the Impale. Chest Leader does have some healing. Nice condemn from the Johanna. No subdone, only hitting 3 with that subdue. Stark actually steals away the camp. Caribou getting very low, but they want to focus on the Kael'thas. Unfortunately, it seems like that's the end of the engagement as Hanzo does finish out his level 1 Simple Geometry and gets a scatter down the corridor. The Siege Giants will be cleared away before they get any value. And here comes bottom lane Bruiser Camp picked up by gillyShark and Bingo Knight as Lafine Equipe will clear out some waves and try and close that experience gap that has formed.
My husband is dead.
For the Twitch believers, Anubarak needs to literally pick up 1 regeneration globe as he's at 29 of 30. gillyShark and Bingo Knight do have a Dragonite channelable in mid, but unfortunately there are 4 members of the enemy here, and there's a Nubarak Regeneration Master finished out. Believers, you'll get paid out at the end of the game. Congratulations. Zagara Miller in bottom lane pushes up the wave onto the fort here. The mage is gone. Sonya hit with an isolation from Chess. Nubarak trying to flank into this. Chess just trying to get the kill onto Sonya, and it looks like maybe he can. I actually don't know about this all of a sudden. Lurker Strain, a point and click leap the drag, but a Nubarak, does he have the kill? No, the speed boost. Kael'thas does go down to the... No! Hanzo rotates in, a Dragon's Arrow to the face. A Light Bomb from Anduin onto that Hanzo allows him to back away. There's a Cocoon onto Jaina. She'll be broken out, a scatter through the corridor, but no one's going to be there to be hit by those arrows. And man, still a 2 for 1, but the Dragon's Arrow. I thought Dahaka was going to be able to have the great escape, and well, he gets away from a Nubarak for a moment. I'm just slowly turning into what I meant to be, Stark. Deckard for top, Anduin for bottom. We'll see the trade on the Sun and Moon Shrines between our 2 teams here in Division A. And it's half a level to go for level 16 on Lafine Equipe, as it's a 4-kill difference. Camp looked at? No, they're not going to go for it. Ooh, they're maybe going to dive onto this Nubarak through mid. Shield Glare? No, they can't close the distance fast enough. Nubarak just a little too far away right there. Zagara grabs camp for bottom lane, clears out the minion wave that's pushing in. Still waiting to see if we can get a Dragonite picked up by either side. Chestlitter grabs the top wave. Brisk on the Sonya grabbing the Sun Shrine. But Stark's in mid. They've got Zagara creep around for vision as well. No one there to... Excuse me, no one there to channel set objective. Our Sonic Arrow from Hanzo will scout out further, just seeing the Zagara just patiently pushing out Banelings. As the enemies can't step up into the fort here. Dahaka in top lane, he's got the camp, he's got a little bit of spell armor as well, as long as he's in that circle. Gets a couple autos in, does have the Feeding Frenzy level 7, so cooldown for auto attacks. Sonya taps well, sorry. Wait a minute, Nubarak in bottom lane looking for Miller, misses the burrow charge. Johanna gets the slow onto 3. The Jaina Ring of Frost is going to connect onto Anduin. The Phoenix from Kael'thas does come out, and Jaina's the one to get picked off. She's just shy of the Ice Block as well, by the way, chat. The improved Ice Block is 11,316 out of 12k. Dahaka brush stalks in, lands the immediate drag. The Light Bomb is an answer from the Anduin. Stay Well listens onto 3. A Nubarak burrows in. 2 Kaimo trips in. Devouring Maw catches the heal of this Kael'thas as Miller looks to try and pressure into this, but no. Miller's got to back away. Dahaka low gets a super pot from Kaimo and a regular healing potion as well. Camp in top lane, by the way, almost gets the fort over here. Archer Minion, one more shot.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
Archer Minion takes it down. Nicely done. 4 to 7 in kills. Jaina dead for the next 8 seconds, and a Nubrak burrow charging away. Dahaka getting chastised, I think, by the Anduin for a second. Burrows under the ground. More poke damage from Zagara with those Banelings. Living Bomb applied, and accidentally runs over one of her own creeps, so that'll be bursted down from said Living Bomb. Stark dismounted from that Scatter Arrow, and it is going to be a Giant Slayer level 16. Alrighty. Camp on the left is grabbed. We currently have a Nubrak pulled back by a Condemn. He re-engages with that Burrow Charge, Light Bomb, Flame Strike, Phoenix as well. Zagara gets absolutely annihilated at the end. There's going to be a Brush Tuck in again from Dahaka. This will be a Flame Strike immediately onto the Cocoon target, but Jaina does have her improved Ice Block. She activates it, turns around, gets the big burst onto a Nubrak. Sonya leaps in, trying to take down this Jaina, but it's not working out, and Sonya made a huge mistake. She gets hit with the Isolation too. Stark not taken down, was actually kind of peeling the enemies away over there in the north side of the engagement, and this is looking like a Dragonite picked up by Chess Looter as he's got the enhanced agility to run on over to top lane, or into mid lane. Kael'thas can't get... No, oh. I think if Chess actually channeled that, I think he would have had it. I think it would have been close, but I think he would have had it. Either way, Burrows pops the Essence. Currently see a Bruiser Camp in bottom lane grabbed by gillyShark at Bingo Night. Actually, Chess Looter rounding back, maybe looking for a drag if anyone face checks the bush. Gonna just clear out the wave immediately. Here comes Stark and friends. They're gonna see this Kael'thas, lands a Gravity Lapse, but that's gonna be a slow from Kaimo, a drag from Dahaka, and it looks like it is a Kael'thas to be taken down. Vita, thank you for the Prime. It is meat slapping time already. It is meat slapping time already. Thank you, Vita, for the Prime Gaming for 22 months. I can't believe it. Thank you so very much. I didn't even have to do a cooking stream. Thank you so very much, bud. Kick from the Dragonite as gillyShark and Bingo Knight do pick up this mid lane this Dragonite and start working on mid lane fort. We have perfect gems for the Deckard Cain. We'll also be seeing the Contagion upgrade, Jaina with the Ice Blink, which actually has some other value, doesn't it? Yeah, activate to blink a short distance and chill all nearby enemies. It's a very short distance, but it's also a very low cooldown at 60 seconds. The blink distance, though, is not very far from Jaina. It's like... I think it's like the size of her Blizzard almost. Devouring Maw with the Tyrant Maw level 20. Big stay one. Listen to follow this up. And it's Hanzo to go down. Zagara will finish out her Bile Drop level 7 for the Corpse Feeders. Or Infested Drop, sorry. Corpse Feeders is level 1. Dragonite expires. gillyShark and Bingo Knight pushing up through bottom, but it doesn't seem like they're going to go for the end here as Lafine Equipe are going to be able to clear out the waves. All right. Never seen before in Stark gameplay. Stark truly a banana. 33 regeneration glows for Kael'thas. We have Dahaka full stacks. Obviously, Jaina's full at her level 1. She's got the improved Ice Block. We'll see the Bile Drop as well. 3 stacks on the Piercing Light for the Anduin. No Subdone for the Johanna. On the opposing side, for Lafine Equipe, they do have their 20 talents here just now picked up. It's going to be Rewind to Nubrak, Flamethrower for the Kael'thas. We've got the Bullseye Hanzo, Censure Anduin, and Ignore Pain for the Sonya. She did go Giant Slammer level 16. No Nerves of Steel for her. Oh, look at that. There you go. Yeah. One of the best tier 3 static emotes on Twitch. A banana with a mustache and eyes. And anime eyes. Bless Shield off the minion. Leap of Faith forced out by the Anduin. Does have Glyph of Faith. Just going to check really quickly. 18 seconds on a leap right now. How is Stark in chat and also playing? He's amazing at the game. He types with his feet and plays with his hands. Something like that. Oh, no. No, I have it wrong. He's got like a Cerebro setup, kind of like X-Men. So he types with his brain and plays with his hands. He used to be opposite, but then the ping was too high from his region of the world. Anyways, 39 regeneration globes on our Kael'thas. Arcane Barrier is pretty hefty for him right there. That's the total mana available. And what is his total mana? It's like around 1k something. It's 1,275, so it's a nice Arcane Barrier shield. We have another Dragonite phase available. Every heroic is off of cooldown. And this could be one big team fight to win it for our right side squad, as they have not even lost a fort. Blessed Shield, I think, was ripped by by Johanna right there. No connection. Looking for that max range to pull someone in. Dahaka brush talks in. Jaina answers. Oh, wait, hold on the left-hand side. That's going to be a Dragon's Arrow going right by Dahaka. The Phoenix thrown out by the Kael'thas. The Isolation does connect onto Anduin and said Kael'thas. Decker King was inside the cocoon, as there's going to be a Devouring Maw on this. Sonya, she activates the Ignore Pain, Stay a While and Listen, finds Caribou. Sonya trying to spin up and heal, and she will be taken down before the Light Bomb does activate. There's going to be a Ring of Frost from Jaina, and Kael'thas picked off by her. Leap of Fate to pull Anub'arak to safety. He burrow charges away and leaves his Anduin just to be taken down by gillyShark and Bingo Knight. It's a triple kill to the right side squad, and Chest Looter already on the north side point. We'll have Stark with the channel, and this is going to be Dragonite. I assume taken through bottom lane. The minion wave is pretty decent. You got 3 catapults here. I'd like to see this to be an attempt to win, or maybe they just open up mid further. We're gonna have to see. Devouring Maw into Anub'arak. Gonna maybe kick him away. Nope, okay. No, it's still gonna kick him away. Mid keep is getting shots onto the Dragonite. The minion wave in mid is pretty decent. 19 seconds to 28 seconds on these 3 enemies dead. And the Dragonite is here. It still looks like there's enough time with the catapults from both lanes crashing onto core that this can be a win for gillyShark and Bingo Knight. The Caribou jumps to the back line and uses the rewind as well. Gets the cocoon onto Jaina, but it won't be enough. And that is map number 2 over the side of gillyShark and Bingo Knight. They take the series in a 2-0. GG. Well played. No, I mean, any clip that's made in my channel, there's literally a section that I can click and it just says clips of your channel. So any clips you make. I mean, honestly, the best place to put it is in Discord. The best place to put it is in Discord. There's in the Twitch clips channel. That is usually my go-to place when I'm trying to pull clips for Best of Bahas and such. So Anub'arak, he did finish his questing talent. Completed quest. There you go. Pay out the believers. Ah, thank you very much. I appreciate the clips a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you again, Vita, for the Prime Gaming during that game. Thank you very much, bud.